My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite underdog fantasy entry for UFC Vegas 77. If you don't know what underdog fantasy is, it's daily fantasy. You just come in here, you say higher or lower than the numbers you see on the screen, and you can 20 times your money. It is the highest payout in daily fantasy. It's not even close. The next closest is 10 times. You could even get some wrong and still get paid, still make money. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. They will give you free money to play. They will instantly match your deposit. If you give them 20 bucks, they'll give you 20. If you give them 100, they'll give you 100 instantly to build yourself an entry. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/underdog. Use promo code WWP and get that very, very free money to build an entry. If you're wrong, well, who cares? It was free money. If you're right, you have even more free money that you can withdraw as soon as you want to. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP. Let's jump in. Every week, the lines get a little better, a little tighter. More people are playing, so they're getting a little sharper. But there's a few on here that I absolutely love. The first one is more than 1.5 takedowns on Holm. I think that line is a straight-up mistake. Holm has been nothing but wrestling lately. That's what she's been doing. She has been wrestling. Her last couple of fights, nonstop wrestling. This is a 5-round fight, and we only need 2 takedowns out of her. That's my most confident line on here. My next most confident line is also takedowns, but let's walk through some of these real quick. I almost went lower on Jun Young Park. If you run through his striking stats, it's very inconsistent. There's fights where he's been taken down a couple of times, and he still got past this number. There's fights where he got nowhere near this number. So that's why I didn't end up playing it, but I do think Duraev takes him down, get some riding time out of him. And I don't know if Jun Young will get to that number, but I'm not touching it because I'm not confident enough. Norma Dumont, same thing. I went through her stats. 49.5 is a tight line. There are fights where she got nowhere near that number, and there are fights where she blew past the number. I do think she ends up holding Chandler against the cage a good amount of time, but I also think Chandler's going to blast her. We have Chelsea Chandler in here, so I'll show you in a minute what we're going to do with her. Francisco Prado, he only has 1 fight in the UFC, and it was 28 significant strikes landed. So this line is right there. The problem is this fight could end in 5 seconds, or this could actually be a slugfest for a few rounds. So I'm going to leave that alone as well. So let's go down. I'll show you what I actually do like here. It's another takedown line, and it's Aylin Perez, more than 1.5 on her, because she got 2 takedowns in her last fight. Her last fight was against Stephanie Egger. Stephanie Egger is a much better grappler than Ashley Evans-Smith. I see Aylin Perez getting 2 takedowns. We only need 2 out of her. We don't need 3. I think she'll get the 2 takedowns. I think she'll come forward. She'll take Ashley down. Ashley's a tried and true vet. She's tough. She'll work her way back up or survive the first round and then get taken down again in the second, and then we hit this line. So we're going to move on over to Rivals. If you don't know what Rivals is, it's essentially who's going to get more between these 2 people. So right up top, you have Mayra Bueno Silva and Holly Holm. And who is going to have more significant strikes between the 2 of them? And they're giving Mayra 9.5 to start. So they're saying, we'll give her a little bit of a head start here. So Holly Holm would need to land 10 significant strikes more than Mayra Bueno Silva for that to hit. All right, so that's how this works. But we're going to roll down here. These are all pretty tight. They're pretty tough. But one that I do like is Chelsea Chandler. They're giving her 4.5 significant strikes. Chelsea Chandler throws out volume. Her last fight was a stoppage early, and she still put up more significant strikes than Norma Dumont has in some full-blown decisions. So I think Chelsea Chandler is going to let her hands fly. When she gets space, she's going to throw. And Norma Dumont is just going to be trying to hold Chelsea against the cage while Chelsea's throwing 3-1, 4-1. So I think Chelsea's going to have more significant strikes in general, let alone they're giving her 4.5 to start. So this is my entry. I've already placed it. So let's go ahead and look at those. This is the entry that I've built. I got Holly Holm, more than 1.5 takedowns. Aylin Perez, more than 1.5 takedowns. And then Chelsea Chandler in Rivals, they're giving her 4.5 significant strikes to start. I threw 20 bucks at it. I win 60 if I'm correct. And if I only get 2 correct, I get all my money back. So I can lose and still get money. WeWantPicks.com/underdog. That promo code is WWP. Get your very free money. You can build entries mixing and matching multiple sports. So it's not just MMA. Go in here, get your free money, WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP, and build yourself an entry with that free money.